Who would like to start us off with the recap?
We killed some bandits. That was a good time.
Hot tub episode.
Yeah, and then the rest of it was literally just us in a hot tub for the entire time.
A bathhouse, specifically.
Hot tub, yes.
A valuable use of time.
We all learned so much about each other.
Tell us, Mitty, what did we learn?
Well, let's see. We learned that Lafayette has a...
Careful, we're still under 60 seconds.
Has some sausage and meatballs.
I want to leave off rip here. I want to leave.
Do I have to be here for this session? Is that required?
Yes.
We learned that Nani is a savant while drunk.
And it's really annoying.
Gross. The worst thing that could have happened.
It's the worst because when she's sober, she's annoying, yes, but it's tolerable. When she's savant, it's annoying and wrong.
Yeah, I think the worst part is when she's drunk, she's British.
That's
That's the worst part.
That's the worst part. Yep, that's it.
Well, so are we. Why are you throwing us collectively under the bus?
It's okay when we do it. We
were born that way. It's not our fault.
We learned that Breia has a magic wand that can cast bullet.
I found it.
That's not technically what it does. It's more like a wabbajack.
We learned that Mishpa has no shame.
Well, I mean, this was already known.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that's just common knowledge.
Snake tits. Woo!
Alright.
We learned that Tomas is a lonely old man who's stuck in a group of women.
Okay, who are you calling old?
I'm sorry, how old is your
You,
character?
pretty objectively, I think.
By most standards, old.
I'm not.
By most standards, old. Your standards, your race standards, probably average. But to us, you're old.
Yeah, compared to everybody else here.
Yeah.
Let's see. 20s, 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 500s, 20s.
How dare you?
I mean, Mishpa's older than most other people in this party. She's 95.
And how old is that in, like, Naga years?
I'd say, like, early 30s, perhaps.
Yeah, and that's the same with Tomas.
If you haven't reached your midlife crisis yet, why are you still breaking down over your book?
Damn.
Tom's life is a persistent state of midlife crisis.
Oh no! I'm going to be in my midlife crisis for like hundreds of years longer than everybody else.
Well, that and it's the only thing he has going for him. Anyway, so...
Don't worry, we love you.
Yeah.
I'm reading your book.
So, after that enlightening episode, I will say that your time in the bathhouse, aside from the shenaniganery that occurred, has been very relaxing. You are clean, you smell fresh, you are relaxed. All of the blood and grime and dirt and stuff has been cleansed. And not your sins.
Why you gotta say that?
Anyway, and yeah, the night is still yours. It is 8 p.m. currently.
Nothing like
Well, I gotta go knock on this person's door before it's unreasonable.
Oh, you're going
Well,
on you're going on your apology tour already?
Get it over with. I gotta get it over with, man.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm going to go and take 40 winks in my room. Honestly, my head hurts quite a bit, and I think that I need some rest.
Just say sleep.
Toodaloo.
Oh, God.
She'll be back to normal tomorrow, right?
I certainly hope so, yes.
Lafayette
That wasn't
looks
the
at the
answer
group.
I was hoping for. I wanted to hear a yes and nothing else.
Lafayette turns to the group, points at the bottle of alcohol, and then makes an X with her fingers.
I agree.
Banned from alcohol, Nani.
Agreed.
Unfortunately, some of us are doomed to be Toodaloo people forever. Clearly looking at Tom.
Come on. I have no idea what you mean by that, but I am offended. Toodaloo.
Shh! Dang it! Dear God, I've just proven the point. We love Thomas in this house.
Yep.
Do you?
Yeah.
I can't speak, so
In
I
a
can't
way.
voice my actual opinions. So I could just smile and wave, which is exactly what she's going to do.
The Boy Scout is fun to mess with.
He is, honestly.
Fucking Boy Scout, come on.
You made the character.
Yeah. Your fault. So, Breia.
Yes?
You and Mishpa, after changing into your clothes, head out to where your first apology is to be made, which is at the home of Adriana Ravenblossom. After knocking on the door, you see an average-sized wood elf woman. She seems to be covered in a white apron with paint smatters on it. And her fingers are also a bit spattered with paint. It seems that you caught her while she was painting something, obviously. But
I was
she...
gonna say, what was the first
Damn,
paint
what
with the paint?
make you say that?
And she looks a bit confused at you coming to her at this late hour. Hello? Can I help you?
Yes, I apologize for the late hour. I was planning on leaving town in the morning, so this was the last chance I was going to get. My name is Breia Silkwarden. I believe I have something to say to you.
Breia Silkwarden? That sounds very familiar. Aren't you Sandri's daughter, the headmistress of Flamewreath Academy?
I am, yes.
It's been a long time since I've seen anyone from Padina come around here. Okay, what is it?
I have come here. Physically painful. The worst thing that's ever happened to her. To apologize to you for things that you may not have been aware that I was involved in.
You see her kind of furrow her eyebrows in utter confusion. What are you talking about?
Your relationship with your husband, if I might inquire, how did that end exactly?
You see her face fall as she remembers very vividly what had happened. My husband ran a very esteemed bard college. Torthik was his name. And I attended myself in my earlier years. He and I... Someone framed me for cheating on him with other teachers that he had recently hired, and even a male escort, which I never did any of that. But he wouldn't hear it, any of it. So we are no longer together. And I had to leave the city as the rumor had spread quite far in our social circles. I had nothing left for me in Padina. So I had to start over with a new name. I have no idea why someone would do such a thing. Hello? Fuck.
Time, please repeat what you just said.
Hi.
You all died, I'm pretty sure. For like
Yeah.
every second there.
Yeah.
What was the last thing
noticed
that you
everyone-
heard?
Why someone would do something.
She was wondering why someone would do something like that.
Well, I am here to tell you that someone would do that for... There's no good reason for doing something like that. And I would know because I was the one who did it.
What? She looks absolutely just dumbfounded at what you just said. Her eyes are wide and her brow is just like inquisitive and perplexed. But why? I've never met you. I don't even know you aside from, well, your mother. What did I do to deserve it?
Absolutely nothing, I'm afraid. It was the result of a litany of poor decisions on my part. I got into some hot water with someone not exactly to be messed with, and as part of that, I was told to pull off a few tasks, one of those being, well,
So you did it because someone told you to.
I genuinely wish it was less simple than that, yes.
She looks like she doesn't really know what to say in response to all of this. She looks like she wants to be mad at you, but she kind of knows that there's no point in doing so, since what is done and there's really nothing that can be done to fix what happened. I suppose the apology is welcome. But I do hope you have realized the damage that you have caused.
I'm becoming more aware of it by the day, yes. If I might ask you a question, what exactly were you painting before I disrupted you?
I was painting the lake and the tavern, since it sits on it. The stars are out in a rather very nice array, so I wanted to capture it.
Well, that sounds beautiful. I suppose I won't take up more of your time. Once again, I sincerely apologize, but... And if there's anything I can do for you, I would gladly do so.
I would say be better. Maybe someday I'll find it in my heart to forgive you. But for now, I will bid you good night. And without another word, she closes the door. She doesn't slam it, but it's a very firm shut.
At this point, Mishpa, who remained silent through the whole process, sets her hand on your back and twists around so that she can meet your eyes. Are you all right?
I'm trying to remember, have you ever seen her cry before? I'm pretty sure even when she got her arm ripped off, she was so in shock that she couldn't really respond that much.
I don't think I have, no.
Yeah, she's not holding it together well. You can see a concerted effort to do so, and you can see that it is failing miserably.
She is going to carefully pull you forward towards her and gently pat your back. Don't feel like you have to hold it in. You did very well.
I don't know if that's what you can call that. shouldn't have done the thing that made me have to say it to begin with. And I was too stupid to realize that then.
It happened, yes. But you are doing what you can to make amends for it now. You've owned up to your mistake. That's a lot better than a lot of other people can say, Breia. Forgive me if this sounds condescending, but I am very proud of you.
I don't think you get much of a response. I think she just kind of like... I would imagine the way that you stand, she's like stomach height on you or so.
Just about, yeah.
Yeah, she basically just kind of leans into you and shudders.
And she will wrap both her arms around you and just hold you there and give you some time to compose yourself.
It takes a minute, but she eventually manages to, stand upright and look. Not like she hadn't been crying, but at least like she's like able to be. Let's go. I could use some rest, I think.
Would you like a drink before we get back there? I do still get free drinks.
Oh God, absolutely.
Alcoholics, not anonymous.
This was known.
This was established. And now one of the characters is banned.
For as much as you can, ban Nani from doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gonna.
If she wants to stab somebody, she's gonna stab somebody. There's no stopping it. Let's head back then.
Yeah.
Is there anything more I can do for you?
No, you did what I needed you to do. I just needed somebody here. I would rather not be just kind of crying on the ground by myself.
Understandable. I'm glad I could at least do that much for you.
I really do appreciate your help.
No need. I like to be useful is all.
And she'll nod and she'll follow you in the direction that we were heading. Because I definitely remember where that bar was. I definitely do and didn't forget.
Okay. Well, you have a night of drinking, trying your best to recover from the emotional turmoil that is apologizing for the wrongs that you have committed.
I think, for the record,
Mm-hmm.
Mishpa will have one mild drink, but she
Mhm.
doesn't drink more than that because now realizing what alcohol can do to her in volume, and the fact that Lafayette still did not tell her what she did the night before while she was drunk, she is going to abstain from getting too drunk this time,
Mm-hmm.
just to have her wits about her.
I find it highly unlikely that Breia drinks any less than she normally does when bad things happen.
Drown your sorrows as much
Yeah,
as you can.
You absolutely drown your sorrows and get absolutely smashed.
I am going to feel absolutely terrible in the morning. Not that I don't now, but... Ooh.
Go on. You deserve it.
You don't have to tell me twice.
All right then. So Nani's in bed. Mishpa and Breia are drinking and then going to bed. Thomas, Lafayette, is there anything that you want to do before we conclude the night?
I am going to just have my bats hang out on the roof of the inn.
Mm-hmm.
While I just like hang around town, sort of just wander around.
Okay.
This is kind of like my first day in a week now that I'm just alone, so you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you didn't have to be a
Literally just-
babysitter for Nani.
Yep, so you wander around the village and you see it's very peaceful. Quiet. No bustling about, no raucous behavior. It's rather calming.
Oh, that's nice.
And while Thomas does that, I'm going to actually take my leave of the tavern for just a moment and head towards whatever happened to the people that we kind of went a little crazy on for their stunt. Where are those people at?
They are currently being held in the jail.
So they do have a jail here.
Yes.
Okay, that's where I'm heading then.
Okay. You are able to head to the jail, where you do see a female deep gnome is currently sitting at the reception.
Lafayette will make the typical sign of just checking to see if she can understand sign language.
She cannot.
She will then point at a pen and paper then.
Okay, she'll allow you to write.
Lafayette will then proceed to write out, I'm here to see the prisoners that we caught earlier.
She'll ask, what is your business with them?
Reassurance.
She thinks about it for a bit, then she nods and lets you go back.
Lafayette will walk back and take a look at each of the prisoner cells within, looking for the batch in particular that caused issues earlier.
Mm-hmm. You do see the Githyanki, the Fire Genasi, and the Goliath in separate cells, still very injured from what you did, but in various restraints, just as extra reassurance that they won't be leaving.
No, it was a team effort, and how we completely mangled and probably really hurt these people, both mentally and physically.
I know.
I'm looking for the one that had the extravagant voice to begin with, because
That would
he's
be
my prime target.
that would be the Fire Genasi Terrence.
That is who I'm going to approach.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to step into the light just enough where you can recognize the visage.
You see him lying on the cot, not like he's able to do much else.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks up at you, and he looks away, dejected. If you're here to kill me, just get it over with.
Just a soft, huff of air escapes Lafayette's nose. And then she'll just hold up her hand and make a quick sign, checking to see if he can understand sign language.
He can.
Okay. Please. Death is too easy for you, and that's more of an escape than anything. I've come here to give you some solace, at least.
He raises an eyebrow.
Lafayette then holds out a small piece of, a small, like, little folded letter. Because I would like to say, during the time between now and shortly after cleaning up the bathhouse, Lafayette took the time to kind of write something down, which I will DM to you here later on.
Mm-hmm.
And what she will do is that she will kind of just flick it through the bars to where it'll land within range of him.
He can't grab it.
I mean, I didn't paralyze him all the way from the fucking neck down, woman. I just paralyzed him from the hip down.
No, you stabbed him in the neck. You said.
Did I?
Yeah.
I just went for general paralysis. I didn't mean to go for complete, from hip down paralysis. I didn't mean to go for fucking full on.
Yeah.
Because I mean that's a fate worse than death.
I thought that it was in his back.
It was in his back. Yeah, it was in the neck.
Okay. Well.
Now, as much as I would love to make him a complete total paraplegic, you know.
All right. Well, he limply grabs the letter and reads it.
She'll then sign out before walking away. I did you a favor at least. When you get out of here, or if you get out of here alive still, treat yourself better, and don't be stupid. Because next time, I will kill you. Before she begins to walk away, and I'll write out the note to you in just a second.
Mm-hmm. Okay. With your errands here being done for the day, and in Zelta in general, you all are feeling rather confident in taking on what lies ahead in Vaker on your way to Padina to meet up with Valor and see what you can find in the major city that could possibly be the source of your main issue. For now, we go to the next day. But before we do that, Breia, please meet me in the Whisper Room.
Ah, damn.
Here we go again.
Well,
Have fun.
Alright, bye. If I'm dead again, you'll know what happened.
That's fine.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Hey. So, after your night of drinking raucously, you don't know when you passed out, but you did at some point, obviously, because you enter in a very lucid, dreamlike state, and you find yourself in a sea of stars. Whole galaxies are swirling before you in various colors: red, pink, purple, blue, green, all with their own scatterings of twinkling stars. You're just floating there, aimlessly, unable to feel anything but weightlessness, and able to fully comprehend what's going on.
What in the world?
It's a few moments before you finally hear a voice that sounds very familiar. Well, hello there, little one.
Ah, it's you. That makes sense.
And you see this giant furbolg whose face could possibly be on par with that of a giant staring at you. Your entire
Did I
body.
see him when he spoke to me before? Like, or
Yes.
did we see him in, like, his full form?
Yes.
Cool, that's what I thought.
Your whole body looks to be less than his pinky nail from the mere scale. I couldn't help but notice you were feeling a little down.
You could put it that way, yes.
Feeling useless? Like your entire world has just crumbled before you and you cannot do anything about it?
Well, I don't know if I've given myself the luxury of feeling bad before now, and, I did kind of just watch as everyone else just kind of murdered bandits while I stood in a corner, so, it's been a day for me, yeah.
Oh dear. The consequences of your own actions at work, isn't it?
Yes, I know.
But I can't say I blame you. Mortals do a lot of things in desperation. I know exactly why you did what you did. Trust me, I probably had a few moments like that as well myself. I wasn't always the handsome god that I am now.
You made a deal that was similar, then?
Similar, but... let's say that we both benefited in the long run.
Right, you seem a bit more shrewd than I might have been as a teenager.
Charisma can only get you so far, my dear. But I meant what I said back then.
Refresh my memory. I was kind of busy having my arm torn off.
If you would allow, I could take you on as my own. Of course, I wouldn't have nearly as bad of a deal for you.
You'll forgive me if past experience has made me wary. What exactly would you ask in return, then?
All I would ask is for favors. Much like my dear Lafayette does for me.
I knew it.
But don't worry, it won't be like Inthis where you're ruining lives or killing the innocent. No. See, I am the patron of dreams, imagination. I can get creative. But I'm not evil. Mischievous? Yes. Cunning? Absolutely. Evil? Not my forte.
I suppose I can get down with that.
So then, for your powers, I will simply ask for favors. At any time, I will just come into your little head and guide you in the direction to go. And the biggest thing that I would like for you to do, at least in the moment, find out who's causing this whole blight rot thing.
Right. Well, that would seem to be in all of our best interests, so I have no objections.
Of course. Now, in between I may ask for more, but I will let you know. For now, I suppose one thing I could do for you is not give you a hangover when you wake up from this. It's not exactly every day that you're floating through the astral sea.
Honestly, that might be the greatest possible gift.
Oh, just wait, my dear. Now then. And he shrinks down to a more manageable form and floats over to you, holding out his hand, which seems to sparkle with pink and purple energy. Do we have a deal?
Well, first off, thank you. I was really having a hard time figuring out which eye to look in, but yes, I suppose we do. And she'll reach out her hand and shake his hand.
You feel the energy course through you. The magic itself swirling around your body, flying, your hair flying all over the place as a lightning storm conjures above you. Thunder crackling, lightning arcing across the sky as your entire world begins to spin into a cyclone of colors. And then you wake up. Thankfully, with no hangover, your mind feeling a bit more clear. And beside you, you actually see something strange. And that's where we're gonna go back up.
Fabulous.
Hello.
Yes, I'm awake.
Hi.
Welcome back. How did it go?
Well, I didn't die, so better than the last time.
Well, thank you for starting with that. Gumi was worried.
Just needed confirmation that nobody was dying anywhere.
So, Breia.
Yes.
You wake up and you feel and see something rather strange on your stomach. You're lying on your back in bed at the tavern, likely put there by Mishpa after your night of drinking.
Alcoholism.
And you see this plushy looking pink dragon with small deer antlers and butterfly wings sitting loafing on top of your stomach, just kind of purring and sleeping as you feel the gentle vibrations of it. And it is of a fairy dragon. And I will go ahead and show a picture.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh my god.
My baby. My darling. Breia kind of stares, just kind of dumbfounded by this strange living object. And she cannot escape the feeling that it is that she has seen it before somewhere.
As you wake up, you actually see its eyes jut open, and it smiles at you. Hello, Miss Breia! You're finally awake!
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Hell yeah.
I'm your imaginary friend.
Oh! Oh, shit! Charlie, is that you?
Yeah, it's me, Charlie.
What the fuck is happening right now?
This is a really weird episode of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends right now. I'm not sure how to comprehend this.
And he
And
starts.
I haven't even seen it yet.
He starts flying around you in a circle. It's me, Charlie, your best friend.
You know,
My
Charlie
God.
C. Chunk.
Shut up.
And you... no, I haven't seen you since I was 7 years old, maybe? Where did you come from?
I don't know.
From your
But
new patron, Perlman. Everybody got real quiet.
I don't know, but I'm here now. I'm here to help you.
Ah, I see. Sometimes you do a handshake and then you're not sure what's going to happen, and this is certainly a result. Well, it's good to see you.
He does a little blip.
Externally, pure shock. Inside, delighted squee. Well, this is going to take some getting used to. So you're here to help me, you say?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I look forward to... Oh, no, the others. Oh, they're going to have to see you, aren't they?
Yep.
Right. Okay. Yep, that's gonna go... Well, for me... I've worked a long time on the image I have, and it's really not going well for me.
Oh, do you need a hug?
You know what? That would actually be very helpful, yes.
He immediately glumps into you, and you just hear a come from him.
She'll hug him.
He feels very fluffy and soft. And squishy.
I know, it's just like I imagined it would be.
I love you, Breia.
We'll see about that. Anyway, we're going to... I'm going to get ready now, and then we're going to, I guess, go introduce you to the rest of my friends.
Okay. I keep your bed warm. And he's gonna just loaf on the bed. And blep.
I'm back. What the fuck is that?
So, Breia, you go to get ready, and in the bathroom, thankfully there is a mirror, you see your hair is not red anymore.
Ah. Wow, Well, I guess I was in that hot tub for a surprisingly long... that hot spring for a surprisingly long amount of time. But I feel like I would have noticed that... Oh. This is some inner child nonsense, isn't it?
You see your hair is back to its natural gray color.
Well, I can make this work.
Her hair is gray.
Yes.
Oh.
We need an update on that icon.
Yep. I'll get it out soon. Anyway. Everyone else, what are you doing this morning?
Why does my head hurt so much?
And again, what's with the fucking fat fuck?
How dare you say that about him?
What is it?
You'll find
It's
out.
Charlie.
It's Charlie C. Chunk.
What do you mean?
I've decided that that's canon now.
You'll see. Don't worry about it. Anyway, go on.
The middle C stands for carbs.
I think Mishpa had a really, really good night's sleep. She wakes up feeling refreshed and happy and accomplished, feeling honestly very proud of herself for being such a good friend and companion and for helping everybody out. And she is very eager to get back onto the road. So with a bit of a spring in her coils, she
Aw.
immediately gets up and starts to just gather up her things, make sure she has everything. Even starts to hum to herself a little bit as she is getting everything ready.
She starts to
Aw.
bounce down the stairs like a sentient Jack in the Box.
No, she's a slinky.
See, here's the thing. I got you that bed with the push the two beds together, just so you could have enough room for yourself. And by result, I'm sleeping on top of you, so I promptly fall to the floor.
Oh no, she would have caught you. She would have laid you back down.
How delicate are you?
Just throw her back onto the bed like you do your phone.
Hang on. Okay. She catches you gently enough, but she is in such a good mood and feeling so mirthful and relaxed this morning that after swaying you a little bit, she just gently plops you back down onto the pillow. Like, high enough that there is a bit of a bounce when you hit the mattress.
Bonk.
I'd like to reconvert to the picture. Here. Just back up to there. As Lafayette slowly sits up with frazzled hair. And then she will
Good morning.
just sign out. What's got you in such a chipper mood this morning?
I honestly couldn't tell you. I just feel very good and accomplished this morning. I haven't felt this way since ever, honestly.
Fair. Have a nice
I
day.
don't know how to feel.
Fair and reasonable. Have a nice day.
Lafayette just kind of
Forgive me.
sits there for a second. Go ahead.
Forgive me, I didn't mean to disturb you, but I'm just not used to feeling this good.
There's a lengthy enough pause to where it's a little uncomfortable before it finally breaks, and then there's just a very noticeable, just soft smile forming on her face. And then just a thumbs up.
If you want to rest for another few moments, feel free. I'm planning to go down and have some breakfast before we depart.
She'll nod at that offer and kind of sit up. Well, she does need the rest. She will probably take a few moments just to kind of get ready and gather up her things, so she will sign out. Well, that is a nice offer. I'm already up now. It's going to be hard to get back to sleep if I do. Since we're leaving today, I best go ahead and gather up my equipment.
Right. I'll go and see if Nani is awake and how she's doing. I should probably check in on Breia as well after last night.
Something else happened last night.
She opens her mouth for a moment before thinking better of it. That is honestly not my answer to give.
Lafayette will kind of think on it for a second. Then signs out. How about this then? Good or bad?
From my perspective, I think it was good.
Lafayette will just give a thumbs up and stand up. She'll go ahead and start packing up her things.
Mishpa nods and slithers out of the room towards Nani's room and holds up her hand to knock before thinking to herself, wait a minute. Nani was very drunk and is probably going through the same sort of pain that she went through after she first tried alcohol and first got drunk. She's probably in a lot of pain right now. So she rears back and she punches that door as loudly as she can.
Make it stop!
Are you awake, Nani?
I've been awake!
Well, are you getting ready to join us? We'll be leaving today.
Well...
You hear a loud thump as if she falls out of the bed.
You need some help in there.
Yes, preferably with less loud noises.
Well, I can't exactly open the door. It's locked.
Nyeh. 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 Nyeh.
Like a slug.
You hear something thumping against the door gently.
Get in your mouth. Yes, I got 10. 10.
And then you hear a soft click. And she says, okay, I got it unlocked. Just open it.
As she opens it,
Nani is on the floor holding her horse skull staff.
it's good to see you back to normal.
When was I not?
When you were drunk.
I don't remember a lot from that. I just remember, like, seeing everybody, but everything was quiet.
We all wish it was quiet, Nani. We all wish it was quiet.
Why the hell did we get into a fucking wrestling match?
Don't worry about it. Yeah. And she will very carefully help you up onto your hooves. Did you actually dress after leaving the bath, or are you still naked?
She got into some night clothes.
There. Now, do you need help packing or anything, or should I just go downstairs and order you something for breakfast?
I really appreciate help packing things, especially since I feel like I'm going to throw up.
Are you sure? I mean, I could get you some very nice greasy bacon or some runny eggs or something like that.
Please, please, I know you guys want me to eat more, but please, do not talk about that kind of food right now.
If you insist. And she will slither in, and she will help Nani pack. And she's gonna stop teasing her for right now. She's had her fun.
What's something that doesn't sound gross to eat? Maybe some berries. Do you think that they have berries?
I'm sure they have some manner of fruit. Perhaps some orange juice to go with it?
I'm on the fence with the orange juice, actually. Like, maybe some water.
Oh, come on. The pulp will be good for you.
Please. I'm messy. I know that you know what you're doing. You've
quick.
experienced this before.
Real quick. I would like to inspect the orange cloak today. Right
Okay.
quick.
What you
Just
inspecting?
kind of give me like, I'm just taking like a general look at it. Is it like another like cloak with a hood? Is it just the cloak? Like, what's the deal with it?
It is a bright orange cloak. It does come with a hood, but other than that, it just seems like a normal cloak.
Perfect for deer season.
I am a traffic cone. Fear me. She'll think about it and kind of look at her other cloak right quick. She doesn't really think she's going to be stealthy today. It's mainly just going to be a lot of travel. So she'll put it on.
Okay.
Just to have something different. She'll put it on, throw up the hood, and gather up everything that she has and proceed to walk past the group downstairs. But she is also going to knock on Breia's door and Thomas's door as she walks by to wake them up. Or just to make sure they're awake.
It's Breia! Someone's at the door!
Hard pause.
God damn it.
Do you want me to get it?
And Lafayette will slowly
Um,
backpedal.
no, I'll get
toward
it.
Door.
Breia runs for the door.
Lafayette lowers the hood.
Breia pokes her head out just enough for you to be able to see her, blocking as much of the room as she can.
What a singular sign. Answer.
Answer what? I have nothing to answer for. I have done nothing this time.
As you keep talking, those eyes squint more and more.
Breia, it's not good to lie.
Lord, I can't get away with anything.
You were gonna have to explain it now or later. It just happened to be now. And also, do I notice your hair change? I'm pretty sure I do.
She poked her head out through the door. She must
So
have.
yeah. Steve then proceed to sign out. Who is that? What happened to your hair? And just after I was told you did something good, what is this? What happened?
Well, I really don't want to have to explain this to multiple people at different times. If you don't mind, and I promise I will explain it, could I just explain it when everyone's together, please?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, neat.
That'll do, yeah. Lafayette kind of squint at you, but her usually stern gaze softens a bit as you kind of explain it, and it's logical, so she gets it. But she does sign out 5 minutes.
Fine, yes.
Lafayette will leave you be. She's going to, instead of gently knock now, she's going to rapid tap Thomas's door just to make sure he's awake. And I'm talking like maybe 6 to 7 rapid taps at once just to make sure, just to really cement the annoyance. Eight,
Thomas?
9, 10, 11, 12.
Thomas?
Was he muted?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hello. I'm rapidly knocking at your door at a very annoying rate, increasing to now 13, 14, 15 because you've been muted.
Sorry, I wasn't mooted. Mooted? Jesus Christ.
You're not here today, are you? Oh, man.
Mentally, I'm in Finland.
I get that, honestly.
Over the hills and a long way off.
Finland!
Yeah, no, I was just zooted for a moment there.
Anyway.
Anyway. Essentially, to kind of give you the general rundown, Lafayette has interacted with Breia, discovered something,
yeah.
but yeah, you got that part. Right now, she's just
Yeah, I got
knocking
most of
at
it
your
right
door.
until you started knocking.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna start harassing your door, just to make sure you're awake enough.
No, my door. Yes,
So you-
just a moment.
Okay. You get like a good
Yes.
3 or 4 extra knocks after you say that before it stops.
Okay. Yes, hello, yes. Oh, Lafayette, what can I do for you?
Lafayette will sign out. You ready to go today?
Of course. I have all my
Perfect.
things packed. I packed them last night. Wasn't a whole lot. We didn't really stay that long.
Couple of days.
Yes, I'm ready. Is everyone downstairs for breakfast?
Lafayette signs out. They're about to be. There's also apparently something that Breia has to share with us here very shortly, so we should all get down there and be ready. May as well get a head start on our meal as well.
Right, yes. I will be down there in just a moment.
Mm-hmm. And Lafayette's going to look down the corridor, and I assume Nani's door is still open, right?
It is, yes. And I think at this point you would see Mishpa sort of leading her out of the room, trying to keep her steady. She is probably still very much not on her A game right now.
Be gentle with me.
I am being gentle with you. You're not over my shoulder, are you?
Ugh.
Just for the sake of it, I'm going to slink into that open door because it was closed behind them, and I'm going to scout to see if anything was left behind by Nani. Just in case.
Mm-hmm.
In her drunken stupor.
I don't think that she forgot anything.
Well, see, it's not you that forgot anything, it's Mishpa since you're in a crippled state.
Do we need to roll?
No roll is needed.
I'm basically just checking, essentially, if Mishpa made sure she got everything for Nani.
I'll say yes, you got everything.
Damn. Couldn't fuck with her more. Lafayette will just do some, small touch-ups to the room just to help out the tavern keeper a bit before stepping out of the room, making sure the door, everything is locked proper, since no one else is coming back up here.
Yep.
And she will
Least
head
not until-
downstairs.
At least not until housekeeping comes.
Yep. I have a spare key, I'm sure. Or they'll be getting this one back.
Mm-hmm. So, eventually, you all meet downstairs for breakfast.
So, and this is important. Does the menu happen to include something that would allow me to have runny eggs and pulpy orange juice?
Well, let me get you guys the breakfast menu.
Hurrah!
And yes, they do have orange juice.
What a great day.
Well, I know what I'm having.
Pancakes.
I had me some of that boar sausage and axe beak.
Oh boy.
She will indeed have pancake.
You don't have the eggs.
Omelet.
Breia, as you come down the stairs, your Charlie is following shortly behind, flying behind you. His rotund figure just kind of hovering there.
Holy shit. How much did I drink? I'm hallucinating.
Would you be sitting in front or behind Lafayette if you were to turn to the stairs? Nani?
I would sit probably as soon as I could, so probably relatively close to the stairs.
Okay, then you would not see the look of genuine disbelief in a slow head shake from Lafayette behind you then.
Breia, don't move. I think there is a very large insect following after you.
No. It's fine. He's supposed to be there.
Hi, everyone! My name is Charlie!
So I'm dreaming. This is all a dream.
That's a new sound. What the... oh. What on earth is that?
If I'm dreaming, that means that I can get away with things.
I'm going to very quickly pinch Nani just to fucking ruin that dream right away.
Ah! Oh no, that means that I can't have eggs for breakfast. Oh well, I guess I'll just have to give them the Mr. Burns.
Hi,
But
Thomas! It's nice to see you!
But they still want flapjacks.
What? What on earth is that?
I will explain in more detail later. What is important now is that this is Charlie. He's my childhood imaginary friend, and he's here to help me, I guess.
I'm here to help Breia do lots of things and be a good person.
I'm
It's kinda...
Okay.
okay. It's not a dream. It's a drug trip. I'm
Lafayette-
conscious, and I'm on drugs.
Lafayette just slowly turns to the fucking woman behind the counter and just signs out, "Did you spike our fucking drinks?"
She shakes her head and she looks just as perplexed as you.
Mishpa has been slowly looking between Charlie and the bowl of eggs in front of her, and then slowly just slides the egg bowl away from her.
Okay, hold on. I need to confirm something. Nani shakily gets up from the table and she's going to walk over to Charlie and gently place her hands on his rotund sides.
He is very fluffy and soft. He is the softest thing that you have ever felt in your life.
Oh my gosh. How are you even softer than Lafayette? She gently embraces the pudgy fairy dragon.
He bleps.
I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I love him.
I love you too.
Oh my god, did you hear that, everybody? He loves me!
Don't throw up on me.
Okay, I will not. But you are making me feel better.
Yay!
Okay, I'm going to let you go. So, this. Okay, trying to process, trying to connect dots here. This is your imaginary friend from your childhood, and they are here to help you do things and also be a better person.
Yes, that's basically what I and he said combined, yes.
Okay. This wouldn't have anything to do with Parliament, would it? You know, God of Imagination.
Breia just kind of glares at you like you shouldn't be saying that right now.
As a gift from the god you worship, because you're a cleric.
Mm-hmm. That's the one.
Well, congratulations. You have finally advanced enough in his eyes as embracing your inner child for him to gift you in a way to help you better your life. All praise Parliament. Yada yada.
Okay then.
Nani's gonna go back to the table and she says, well, we got another cute little fuzzy thing to follow us around. First we got all the bats, then we got Mr. Burns, and now we have Chunky Charlie over here.
Oh, I thought you were referring to Mauve for a second.
Referring to what?
Breia's girlfriend.
Oh. Is she fuzzy?
She can be in theory. Anyway. And Breia will just kind of like sit down and go to order food.
I'd rather not go down that rabbit hole. Okay, let's order some eggs and pancakes and bacon. Mr. Benz, you can have the eggs, of course. This is getting weirder. But this does beg the question. Breia, what happened to your hair?
Yes, that is something I was wondering too before I heard that.
Like, did you dye it?
No, it was dyed before. Now it's not, I guess.
Your hair is naturally gray.
Is that unusual somehow? Or what are we asking?
How old are you?
23?
Yeah, who am I to fucking talk? I'm hunched over like an old hag. Whatever. Live your best life. I paint my face.
Sure.
I paint my face, you dye your hair. It's just one more thing for us to have in common, that we both look like grannies in our 20s.
Dave, you just gonna call old.
This is why I dyed it to begin with.
I do not understand why you would hide something like that. In Naga culture, gray scales are considered incredibly honorific. I don't see why gray hair would be any different.
Oh, that's really cute. See, Breia, she still loves you.
Hey, Nani.
Yeah.
Here, eat this. And she shoves the bowl of eggs right under your nose.
Oh, you! Get it away! Get it away! What did I do to deserve this? I mean, what specifically?
Breia just kind of makes a face like, yep, and this is about the reaction I expected.
It would seem that what you did to deserve it is not wanting to eat.
I have ordered pancakes.
The point
you got eggs
I
to
am
go with
making.
it.
The point I was making is, I honestly do not think it is something that you needed to hide.
Well, thank you, I suppose. Anyway, we'll talk about this later. Apparently, I'm going to have to do a lot more talking.
As you wish. And she will go back to eating her sausage and egg bowl.
Okay. So, you all have a good breakfast. And you're ready to get on the road.
Lafayette would probably be the first one to finish because in the midst of that and just the look of disbelief, while everybody was kind of still trying to figure it out, she just turned right back to her food and just finished that up real quick. She wanted nothing to do with that conversation right now. And thus, she went to go prepare the cart shortly afterwards.
Woo. Cool. So, you all get on the cart, and now you get on the road again. Meet.
Yippee.
I see that up there. I don't like that.
Since it's a new day. There. Alrighty.
They're not dead, they're just not alive anymore.
So, we switch over to music. Meet. So, you start making your way away from Zelta, leaving behind the sleepy village with the giant kraken. Another village that you have successfully saved and become local heroes in. You were able to get done what you needed to, warning the mayor about the impending zombie apocalypse, essentially, that is coming to their doorstep, getting them prepared to face whatever it is head on.
Yeah, and by the looks of it, they made it out of the city. That's not good.
And so, you begin your journey to Vaker.
I hope we get there faster than the zombies get to Zelda.
I do think, as we are leaving and getting onto the road, Mishpa does glance out back towards the mountains, back towards the area where the cave was that they had discovered, and she does look a little bit forlorn as she looks out in that direction.
You alright, big girl?
I can hear them, you know.
Hear who?
The Naga that were in that cave. It's just whispers, but I can hear them.
What do they say?
Nothing distinct. I hear them cry. I hear them wail in this sort of wispy way. They don't say anything coherent, but I know that their spirits are still there, lingering.
I see.
Lafayette will sign out. Perhaps they're watching you.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. In another way, I think it has something to do with this old gift I had but never really developed. I was fortunate enough to be blessed when I was born with abilities akin to a soothsayer among my people. But it was determined that, given our situation, and the fact that we still had a living soothsayer, that I would be better suited to take up the blade instead. And so I never really fully learned how to harness my abilities of being able to see the deceased.
That's honestly fascinating.
Lafayette kind of nods and agrees with that.
Something of a spirit medium, then.
In a way, yes. A soothsayer's duties are multiple to my people. We convene with the restless spirits of deceased Naga to help them pass on. We help those who are dying come to terms with the inevitable. We are even known to look into the dreams of Ouroboros to see how best we might keep him dreaming. But as I said, I was never properly trained, and so for most of my life I would just see wisps here and there, hear little voices. It wasn't until we were fighting the bandits that I had any sort of command or any real connection. And now I'm hearing them a lot more clearly than I ever was before.
Do you think it might have been because of what we saw in the cave?
I suppose that might have been the catalyst. I can't think of anything else that would have affected it. It's just strange that it's all coming to me now after a lifetime of ignoring this ability in favor of just learning how to swing a big piece of metal around.
Lafayette tilts her head and then signs out. Sometimes things come along later on in a very unexpected fashion. Perhaps seeing what we saw the other day was definitely the jump start to kind of start making itself known.
Being in the presence of that many spirits at once, I imagine, would help.
Soft nod at that.
Still, I'm not sure if this is a good thing. Being able to see and hear them is one thing, but I can't really do much for them.
Lafayette just like stands up and just very gently holds your head where your ears would be. There you go. Can't hear him. Problem solved.
She kind of gives a wry smile at that. I thank you, but you can't hold my head all the time, you know.
Well, I could always offer some distracting conversation.
She
Like,
looks like she's trying
backing-
to decide which would be worse.
I was gonna say, like, does Lafayette let go or does it maintain for that moment?
Please, Nani, no more bore facts.
It's not going to be board facts. I was going to ask you what your favorite color was.
She kind of blinks a bit. Favorite color?
Yeah, ever since we came to the mainland, we've seen lots of new colors in their full glory. So, like, do you have a favorite pigment?
See her eyes dilate a little bit as she's processing the question. She has never considered what a favorite color would actually be.
Maybe I should go first. My favorite color is green. The reason? Look around us. The grass, the trees. It's beautiful. It's something that I only could ever dream of. And here it is, all around us. I would love for the island to have that, to share this color with them. But the most that I could do was, well, wear this cloak that I wear. These old druid robes, doing my best to restore them. This was the only indicator that I had of what green was, aside from, mold. So actually seeing green in the form of life, as far as our eyes can see, it's magical to me.
And never were more druidic words spoken.
I don't know. I've never really considered that I could have something like that. It didn't really cross my mind.
Is there a color that sparks more joy for you when you think about it?
There are so many.
Well, that's a good thing. You don't have to pick a favorite from among them. If you have multiple favorite colors, that's good too.
You don't have to specifically come up with one on the spot, of course.
You can enjoy an entire rainbow of colors. That's fine.
I'm in the same boat as Nani. My favorite color is green. I quite enjoy exploring the forest, sort of nature walk. I've kind of always wanted to be an adventurer, you know? just seeing what is out there. Exploring. It's always piqued my interest, but I knew at some point I'd have to go back home.
Well, did you ever try adventuring before now?
Not particularly.
Why not?
Because I always knew that one day I'd be forced to come home.
Did the idea of that make you sad?
On one hand, yes. But it's strange, you know? On one hand, I'd love to be the next mayor of Padina.
Haper.
Haper. God damn it. I'd love to be the next mayor of Haper. You know, carrying on my mother's legacy. I'd love nothing more than to continue it. But on the other hand, being an explorer, finding new things to do, it's always fascinated me. It's why I'm writing adventure books. It's my favorite genre. But I'm kind of getting off topic now. Breia, what's your favorite color?
Well, I suppose it's quite obvious now, but you could never tell anyone this. My favorite color's always been pink, actually. I don't know, it's a joyful color. It's the color of, like, bubblegum. It makes me think of, well, happier times, I suppose.
Well, you said don't tell anybody, like as if you're ashamed with that. What's wrong with the color pink?
Lafayette just points at Charlie.
Hi!
Well, typically pink is seen as a childish, girly color.
I guess I just spent a really long time trying to ignore that kind of thing. I wanted to be cool, I suppose, and that clearly hasn't worked out for me.
You know what? Screw the notion of it being childish and girly. I propose that if we ever go to some special shindig, that we all wear fancy pink outfits just to fuck with society.
You know, it's funny. I think I might have would fit just that.
Perfect. Thomas, it's most important that you do it because you're the oldest and you're a boy. Wear pink.
Come on, do it for Charlie. Look at him.
Well, I mean, I'm not against the idea.
Just imagining Charlie.
I don't know why you specifically called me out.
Because you're the oldest and you're a boy. Also, I'm imagining Charlie just spinning in place, just. Do it for him.
Spinning in place like an item. I'm a collectible.
Breia, look at me! I'm a collectible! Whee!
Just pick him up and Charlie goes, do.
It only took us 10 episodes to get our marketable plushie.
You're so welcome.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen a literal marketable plushie.
Yep.
I had no idea that something as simple as color was so varied.
Well, it has to do with. Well, frankly, it has to do with societal conditions and.
Colors can say a lot about you.
Yes, that too.
Colors are kind of like words. We ascribe a lot of meaning to them.
For instance, the color blue. It's usually seen as a sign of nobility, because way back when, it was only blue pigments were only available to the highest classes. So if you had blue clothes, let's say, then you were seen as very wealthy. Nowadays, everyone most colors for their clothes.
I heard that in some circles blue was considered a sad color, and I just didn't get that.
I suppose that comes from... Blue is the color... certain blues, at least, are the color of the sky when it's raining, or, you know, the sea, which is, I guess for some people, considered sort of a lonely place.
Okay. This does call to mind something, though, that I would like to test here. Everyone. You can either agree or disagree, and it will... You can agree, disagree, or say what. But the number 2 is blue.
Plain.
What?
And I'm going to hate saying this, I agree with you?
Anybody else agree or disagree?
I do not understand.
Yes, explain.
Well, I just found something else that we have in common, Breia. We've got synesthesia.
Listen, certain things don't have to make sense. They just sound like they're true and therefore they are.
The number 1 is red and the number 3 is green.
I don't know. To me, one is more... To me, I always imagined one as white. It's kind of like, you know, the start of things. But, you know.
Okay, you know what? I can understand that.
Or be yellow.
Number 4.
8.
I mean, 8 is like 2 4s put together.
Okay. I'm going to go out for a slither. You all have fun with this conversation. She's going to slither out the back.
You weren't adequately distracted.
She is going to slither alongside the wagon for a little bit because this is a very confusing conversation to her.
Now hold on a second. There's still one person that we didn't ask. Lafayette, what's your favorite color?
Lafayette has not been listening at all. She's just been kind of just propped over, just like looking at just the view go by. But as you call out her name, her ear perks and she looks over.
What's your favorite color?
She pauses and thinks for a second before she shakes her head.
Don't got one?
She shakes her head again and just signs out. None have really stuck to me. They're all vibrant and different, but none that would dignify me, I guess.
Well, I guess that's something that you have in common with Mishpa then.
She said, wearing a bright orange cloak.
That does not mean it dignifies who I am.
This cloak doesn't define me.
To be fair, I wanted to wear something different.
So, Breia, this,
Speaking,
Charlie, was it?
if I may interrupt real quick. Breia,
Yeah.
your eyes actually detect something coming off of the cloak now that you get a good look at it. It's like you can see a shimmer of magic surrounding it.
Lafayette, would it be okay if I got a closer look at that cloak for a moment?
She looks at you for a second before just shrugs and just makes a hand motion like, come here.
Right, and she'll shimmy closer.
Mm-hmm.
And just she'll turn away just to make sure she gets like full access, but she's also just still looking at the scenery go by.
And Breia, getting a closer look at the cloak, it actually doesn't take you long for your eyes to adjust, and you actually begin to learn the cloak's properties, strangely enough. Something that even when you were under Inthis, you were not able to do. And you learn that this cloak in particular is a cloak of protection.
A cloak of protection, eh? Wonder what that entails exactly.
Basically what it can do you gain a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws while you wear this cloak.
Nice.
Yep.
Breia would basically like tap Lafayette on the shoulder to imply that she was done looking at it.
She'll glance back.
Well, hopefully, somewhat helpfully, I think I've figured out what this thing is.
She kind of tilts her head at that and then looks at it and then back to you and then signs out, it's a cloak?
Well, yes, but it's a cloak with a magical effect on it. It's a cloak of protection. It seems like it helps keep you safe somewhat.
She like perks up at that for a second and then looks down at it and then blinks again before looking up at you. She then slowly signs out, you got your magic ability back. How can you tell just from looking at it?
To be honest, I don't know. I was actually going to ask you something similar. You've had interactions with Perlman before.
She then blinks and then shrugs. Suppose that's true, yes. If I'm not mistaken, that's how I ended up saving you.
Yes, and I appreciate that. He mentioned that you were doing. Did he give you anything similar?
She thinks for a second. And then she just kind of looks at herself and shakes her head. Nothing special, she signs out.
I suppose the nature of whatever's going on there is a bit different then.
She then shrugs and then just looks back out before signing out with her hands because she doesn't really need to look her way to do that. I guess it's thanks to him, I guess I still have life, I guess. I don't know what he's giving me. If anything.
I've assumed that I'm going to get a straight answer about this, but what exactly do you mean by that?
Roll me a persuasion check, please. Second time I'm asking you this, but I need this one.
Oof.
Oof.
All right, then keep your secrets.
That's exactly what's going to happen, unfortunately. Lafayette kind of just shakes her head and just gives a dismissive wave. Basically saying the conversation's done. For now.
Right. Well, don't be surprised if I ask again later. And she'll turn to Thomas. And you had a question?
Yes, What? So, his name is, what, Charlie, you said?
I did, yes.
So, why is your childhood imaginary friend among us? What?
I'm sorry, it's just the phrase "among us" still triggers me to this day.
I had a moment of like, you can't say those words together anymore.
You really can't.
I'll admit my eye twitched a little bit when I said it.
Okay, good. I'm glad we're in agreement on that. All right,
The
anyway,
only edit
moving
I
on.
ask is that you insert like the wah sound effect.
Just like a very quick 1 second, and just like the very first note of it, and just stop it there.
Something I find really interesting is that cloaks of protection, like in their imagery and whatnot, they're not usually orange. I made Gwen's orange because Sunny color scheme. So it's very interesting to me that like every cloak of protection that we have seen, like since the Unseen Sun campaign so far, technically has been orange.
I mean, they all can be like varying color. Like the magic stuff doesn't always have to be locked to like a specific color and everything. It's just random.
I know, but that's why it's so interesting to me that they've all been orange so far.
Mm-hmm.
Coincidence?
I think not.
Perhaps the cloak of protection you wield now once belonged to Gwen, or at least,
Alright.
Clock lady. My brain.
Amara?
Yes.
I don't worry, she's forgettable. It's fine.
Nobody hearing this has any idea what we're talking about.
I'm aware, but still.
Yeah, we're the only ones who remember that campaign right now. So far, as of right now.
Don't worry, Vespera was probably the most forgettable of the bunch. It's fine.
No, she wasn't.
Damn.
She was a literal magic
hilarious.
mummy.
She was hilarious, and then also conked my character on the back of the head with a fucking skull.
More times than
She was-
you deserved, but
she
it
was so
happened
mean.
anyway.
Bisque.
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 The Bisque legacy will forever remain.
I'll
this
always
concludes our
remember the one moment that she was my Bisque friend before she became my enemy once more.
And thus concludes our inside joke portion of the campaign.
Yes. So yes, why is he here? Is what he was asking. How did he get here?
Do you not like me?
What I'm saying, I'm just wondering how you got here.
Oh. I
To the
came from
best-
Freya's imagination.
Well, yes. To the best of my understanding of these things, I guess it's happened to me twice now, so I should have a better understanding than anyone else.
Sorry, this happened twice?
We know about the incest thing, alright? We're all aware of it.
Was she originally a fucking imaginary friend?
No! I made a deal with Perliman. I also made a deal with Enthis. The deal with Enthis was, we'll just say, not exactly as beneficial as one might hope. And apparently, Parliament decided that the best way to fulfill said deal was, bringing my imaginary friend from when I was 6 years old to life to help me become a better person, or something like that.
So, you don't have a deal with Infis anymore, and now it's with Perlamin, and he decided to give you Charlie in order to sort of fulfill your end of the bargain?
I don't really fully understand what my end of the bargain is even going to be. Listen, it was very difficult, kind of just sitting around and watching you all do stuff and not being able to help.
That is fair enough.
You hear from
And-
you hear from outside the wagon. Your presence was a comfort for what it's worth.
Thank you, Mishpa.
You're welcome.
Anyway, now we're here, and Charlie is going to help me/us.
Oh.
Tea then. Well, that's about as good of an explanation as I think I'll ever get.
It's as good an explanation as I have.
Well.
All right.
All right then.
So, eventually, a couple days pass, and you come across a strange sight. I'm going to change the music here. You come to an old well, covered in moss, surrounded by bushes and mushrooms and fallen logs. But what's really putting you all off is there's a body beside it.
Mishpa is going to slither out as they pass and start to approach. Does the body look fresh at all? Like, how long has it been sitting there?
You can surmise that it has been there about a day, and it looks to be laying slightly up against the well, the hand bloodied and reaching up towards the lip of it. Underneath the body, which the body is a tabaxi, by the way, a leopard-colored one. Underneath the body is a satchel, which Breia, your special eyes, can detect magic coming from the satchel.
My brand! Yeah, I'll get closer to look at them.
Mm-hmm.
Nani is carefully examining the area.
The area seems clear.
Apart from the bloody hand, are there any other indications of injury on the body?
It seems that she was very badly bludgeoned. Her head is slightly caved in. Her ribs are smashed to pieces. It looks like she was very badly bludgeoned to death.
Mishpa is Mishpa, rather than disturbing the body, is going to slither past her and follow her hand and look down into the well.
As you look, you actually hear something before you see something.
Nani,
Yes,
you can conjure light, yes?
I can, yes.
Can you send some down into the well?
Nani is going to try to look for a point that she can see, like, as deep as she can, and cast light on it.
Okay. You see that the well is 30 feet deep, so you cast light on a small pebble that is within the well, since it is thankfully dried up, and you do see a baby tabaxi inside the well, crying.
What the fuck?
It's a child.
Is it her child?
I can't tell. I can't just leave it down there. Looking at the sides of the well, how smooth does it look?
It is definitely made of cobblestone. There are gaps in between the stones where it's solid, but you could loop a rope around a stone.
Does anyone have some spare rope?
Everybody takes out rope.
Actually, I have hempen rope. I just forgot about that. Yeah. I will loop some rope around the stone. Toss one end of it out for anyone who wants to hold it, just in case. And Mishpa is going to descend down into the well.
Mm-hmm.
So to be clear, you, clearly
The
the heaviest of
heaviest
us, is expecting all of us flimsy little babies to hold the rope as you climb down instead of one of us doing it.
I don't see any of you fuckers volunteering.
You
I
have
can't
Breia, what if you asked?
You have
You just
Mishpa's
went.
not going to ask anybody to ask. She's not going to bring this up. She's a woman of action, goddammit.
you
The
have,
laugh would do something, but she can't speak.
you have a horse.
Okay, and
Breia would draw the horse over after she would like see everyone struggling to hold the rope and just be like, "This is stupid."
Don't worry, Miss Breia, I'll help too.
Thank you, Charlie.
What's Charlie's strength stat?
4.
He is exactly 1% helping, which is better than 0% helping.
Okay, one of us needs to go down that isn't the heaviest person in the group. I say Lafayette.
slow blink.
Don't volunteer her unless she actually wants to do it. Otherwise, you can do it.
Yes, for that we're sending you down. All right.
Okay.
Lafayette perfectly fine with it, just kind of in a chill state right now. Is about to sign out. All right, sure, and then just sees everybody suddenly turn on Thomas. It's like, damn, okay. It's another L for Thomas stacking up.
Don't worry, I've got the rope. Mr. Horse, are you going to be perturbed if I turn into a hyena?
Frank
What?
just kind of
Why?
looks at you.
Well, I can hold the rope better if I'm a hyena. Like, hyenas are strong.
Lafayette approaches Nani. Very, very, very delicately grabs your head with both of her hands on both your cheeks, turns you towards the horse, and then points at you.
Do you
And
think
then
I just brought him over here for no reason?
Or,
signs out, alternatively, you're a
I
druid, you could be a horse.
I was about to come to that conclusion.
You didn't come to it fast enough.
Alright, I'm turning into a horse.
Very delicately just pats your cheek as she walks away.
You know what, Lafayette? Fuck you.
You, for the record, as she was doing that, you noticed that it was actually almost like an unnatural calm. Like, she was... Instead of like a hard grip that you would expect, she was unusually really calm.
Alright. Well, heck you.
Slowly raises up middle finger and then thumbs up afterwards.
So Nani turns into a horse to help pull people out.
So nothing has changed. I'm joking.
If
We've
nobody
talked
else is
about
going
them
to
all
go
four.
down there,
I know, we got people going down there. We got Thomas going down there.
God damn it.
you have been voluntold.
After I voluntold someone else.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I was gonna accept, but then everybody was like, no, you. And it's like, oh. Damn, we really just did hit you with the no you, didn't we? That's crazy.
Listen, he's gonna do great. He's got such good decks. I mean, so do you, but like he's gonna be good. He's gonna be fine.
We're gonna tie the rope to him. He's gonna be fine.
He'll be fine.
Anyway,
Yeah, sure.
so Thomas,
Uh-huh.
you go down the well.
Oh boy.
Woo.
Geronimo.
And you do see the crying baby. Although, the fur color is a bit off. It is a tabaxi. It does seem to be the woman's, but what's weird is that the fur color is wrong. It's instead very dark gray. And you actually see that the tail is not that of a cat, but instead a cow.
What on earth? I'm going to pick up the baby.
Baby. Okay, you pick up the baby.
Okay, bring me up.
Lafayette walks by and just pats both of the horses on the rear. Go.
And it go. And Thomas, you are pulled up.
What did we name our normal horse?
Frank.
Frank.
That's right.
You
Either way, all I can imagine is that Frank's giving Nani like a little eyebrow wiggle, like a really human eyebrow wiggle.
Watch this.
You specifically named him Frank Sinatra.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Damn. Yes.
Anyway.
Lafayette will extend a hand to help or help Thomas out of the well.
Mm-hmm. So.
Once Thomas is out, Nani's gonna change back.
Mm-hmm.
And then Frank Sinatra looks very disappointed.
I'm taken anyways.
I'm taken by my work. And the girl back home, but you know, we don't mention that part.
So, this is the baby, huh? It doesn't really look like her. Well, it kind of does, but it's like Is it a tiefling?
No, if I had to guess, half furbolg, perhaps.
Or a minotaur?
Lafayette's going to go to the corpse, and even though the analyzing of like the body has already been done, I'm actually going to kind of poke through her and see what she had on her, just for any potential information on her.
Cool.
While you do that, Mishpa is going to pick up the satchel that was underneath her.
Okay.
Okay, so, Lafayette, you don't find anything on the body. Mishpa, you pick up the satchel, and it feels, almost weightless, as if it's empty. But, Breia, with your special eyes, you recognize this as a bag of holding.
Oh, interesting.
What is?
Well, the bag. Let me guess, it feels like there's nothing in it, right?
Completely weightless, yes.
Well, I wager that if you reach inside, you'll still find something.
She blinks a bit, opens up the bag, and she's going to stick her hand in and start rifling around.
Okay, the first thing you pull out is a potion of healing.
Oh, that's interesting. I will set it to the side. I will set it to the side and continue to reach in and see if I can find anything else.
Okay, in total, you pull out 3 potions of healing, a vial of holy water, what Breia recognizes as a wand of magic missiles, 7 days worth of rations, a bedroll, an empty baby bottle, which, Breia, you detect a bottle of endless milk, a half-full water skin, and a folded-up letter.
The letter might be able to illuminate information.
I would hope so,
Yes.
though judging by the items in it, it looks like she was planning for quite a long trip. And, judging by that wand of magic missiles, planning to be followed.
I am going to open the letter and read it.
The letter reads, "To my love, falling leaves. This is indeed wonderful news, but I do not think the tribunal nor the city itself would be so kind to our escapades, considering my work under the cloth. However, not all is lost. I propose that we take our family elsewhere, where we shall be more accepted and can live out our days in peace. Meet me outside the city, away from the guards at the gate, and we shall make our way to Zelta. Pack only the essentials. Yours truly, Grimlock Stonestrider."
Does that name sound familiar to anyone?
Not in the slightest.
Afraid not.
Grimlock Stone. What?
Grimlock Stonestrider.
Stone Strider. What could have happened? How did the baby end up in the well and uninjured by the looks of it?
And where is this Grimlock person? It says that they were supposed to meet outside of city gates and make their way to Zelta. If that's the case, then wouldn't they have been on the road together?
With that in mind, even though it's going to probably be really annoying, I would like to see if there's any form of like trail that was left after the bludgeoning, like a blood trail that's dried out or some footsteps heading to somewhere specific. Kind of analyzing this body as thorough as I can.
It's not on the body that you see, but you do see horse tracks coming to the well and then away, heading towards Vaker.
Which directions were the horse? Did the horse trail? Like, is it coming from this way to here, or what's happening? So it went to there and then it went back. Okay.
I have a theory. My theory, this is just a theory, but it is that this Grimlock individual was not as happy as they let on about the child that they consummated with this Tabaxi woman. They were trying to hide their sinful acts as some sort of important member of the church, and thus tried to get rid of the baby in this well. When the woman tried to rescue the baby, he had her killed, if not killed her himself. To cover things up.
Lafayette actually kind of looks impressed.
That is what I had started to put together. So what should we do here, then?
We can't know for certain that that is the case, but we know that those tracks lead back to where we're going.
I'd like to take a moment to look over the child. Does it look injured at all, or anything?
She does look very bloody and very malnourished.
I think that we should get this baby cleaned up and fed.
That milk bottle should do the trick. I think it should produce milk of its own accord.
Really? It's a magic milk bottle?
It would appear so, yes.
How are you seeing that?
I suppose this is what I got from that handshake.
Magic
The
vision?
ability to recognize magical items.
Yes.
That's actually pretty fucking sweet.
Exceptionally. It seems like I can see the magical aura from a distance as well, though I have to be a bit closer to actually figure out what it is.
I'm not saying this to be like offensive in any way, shape, or form, really. But do you think that whatever deal that you made with him is going to, I don't know, get you a new arm? You could really use one, I'd imagine.
Yes, I'll make an effort not to be offended. I don't imagine so. I get the sense that if that was what was going to happen, then it already would have. I'm sure I can work out something else about that.
Well, his whole thing is imagination. Maybe if you imagine that it could happen, it will. It's a thought. Not all my theories can land.
Lafayette gently nudges Mishpa right quick. And kind of holds out her hand, points to the letter, and then holds out her hand. She wants the letter.
She nods and hands it over, and she's going to go gather up all of the items back into the bag of holding. She will put that with her stuff for right now, but she takes the milk bottle and moves back over to who has the baby right now?
Thomas.
Yeah, she will move over to Thomas and offer him the milk bottle.
Thank you.
Not a problem, Toodaloo.
Still not correct.
So many fucking names.
Ever the victory for me. Ever the victory.
All right. Well, with this in mind, it's possible that whoever this Grimlock Stonestrider individual is, that they still have a doubt for this baby. But I do not feel right leaving this poor woman's corpse here like this.
No, the dead need to be buried or burned. I would prefer burial myself. Burning is seen as a last resort among my people.
I would
But
like to bury her as well, and we have a name to carve into her headstone.
if everyone's all right with it, I can start digging as soon as I can find a soft patch of earth.
Lafayette kind of does a quick scan around. I assume there's like a pretty big space further
yeah.
out, right?
Definitely.
Lafayette will raise a finger and just point out in that direction for them.
She'll nod, carefully pick up the body, and move out towards the indicated area.
Mm-hmm.
And as Lafayette reads the letter, she takes notes of the names in particular.
Mine is going to find a good headstone.
And nowhere is written a name for the baby?
Nope.
Just at a glance, how old does this child look?
Like newborn, a week at most.
Very recently born, very recent death. Which means trail's kind of hot right now since he didn't bother trying to cover up the trail. Okay. With that, Lafayette's going to prepare the cart for leave once they are ready to go afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
They will bury the body, carve out a quick tombstone, and then head back to join the rest at the cart.
Yeah, you can see that Thomas is like giving a very disapproving look at the grave. I'm not sure if we should have done that. I mean, we're tampering with a crime scene.
And who was going to come out to check on this?
Well, we could have wrote in a parcel pet to the authorities and have them come out.
And the authorities would have done nothing different from what we're doing now. Honestly, given that it has to do with the church, there's a high chance that the authorities would have done less than we're doing now.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't trying to stop you.
Lafayette has just a very evil little grin on her face.
And what are you looking at?
Oh, just taps the letter. That's it. Just taps the letter.
Okay.
And what in the letter is worth smiling about, exactly?
Lafayette signs out. Is it not obvious? We have a gun, essentially, to ruin this individual in a blink of an eye. This was supposed to be a kept secret, wasn't it?
It is
Aria.
exceptionally incriminating.
Would be a real shame if this were to suddenly slip out, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it just?
If he is an important figure in the church, there's no telling what he has access to. Three of our members right now have very evil grins on their face, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And the worst part about it, the one who has the most knowledge on what to do with it has it in her hands.
Mm-hmm.
On a side note, if I may, could I use my my ash prison spell to try to create a small cat-like sculpture out of ash.
Sure. I'll allow it.
Nani does that, and she places it on the grave. Not much of a headstone, but she's then going to her paint to paint her name on
Mitty, you're cutting out really bad.
the little more. She falling leaves.
You cut
And
out
then
a
she's
lot.
going to return to the others.
Yeah.
Did I?
I wasn't sure if my internet was dying or not.
I was wondering if it was like everybody's internet dying at that point for like a second.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought
no,
it was
you
me.
You were cutting in and
my-
out really bad there.
My laptop has not been kind to me. Let me try again. Can you hear me right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
She paints Fallen Leaves' name on the skull, and then she half buries it in the soil, and she says, "We will take care of your child. Pass on in peace, Fallen Leaves."
Goal.
She made a small cat-like skull with her ash prison spell.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Nani remembers people with skulls.
Mm-hmm.
She returns to everybody else and she sighs and says, "We are going to find out who did this. I'm sure of it. And they are going to face consequences." It's getting late. Let's get away from this place of death and find a good place to camp.
Yes.
Okay. So, you camp for the night.
We do move forward a little bit ahead, away from the gravesite, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's just for the sake of respect.
Mm-hmm.
Are we feeling up for continuing?
I'm feeling up for it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure. So, once morning breaks, you continue on your travels. And it is a couple more days before you encounter something else.
Oh, fun.
Oh,
Something else.
Yes. You see a quaint-looking inn off the side of the road.
Roadside Inn. I appreciate this.
Roadside inn. Hell yeah.
yeah.
And you see a wooden sign. It says, "The Optical Oracle." And next to the inn
Certainly,
is a small stable.
I will say, as much as I like that name, it really sounds like that is the abode of an eye doctor.
First things first. How does the building look? And how clean are the stables?
The stables are immaculately cleaned, and the building itself looks very well put together, sturdy, and very nicely kept.
Is there any sign of age on it?
None that you can see. It's made out of a very sturdy wood on the outside. Not a lot of decorations aside from some flowering bushes leading up the path to it, branching off of the main path.
Uh-huh. It's a couple days later.
Mm-hmm.
What time of the day is it?
It is currently 3 p.m.
Lafayette looks to the others and then tilts her head towards the tavern.
Yeah, do you see anything weird about the tavern?
Do I?
Nope. Seems like a normal tavern.
It's just a chair.
I suppose we could go in there. Roadside inns aren't that unheard of.
Mishpa looks up from the child she currently has cradled in her arms and was swaying gently. What?
It might be nice to sleep indoors for a day. And no, I don't see anything strange.
I mean, I've no objections.
But the music is still ominous.
Ma'am, don't be being meta here. Stop that shit. Thank you. Lafayette shrugs and just makes a hand motion towards the tavern. I guess we'll take a small break from traveling for a bit.
Yep, I'm gonna go inside.
Okay, so you put
Nani.
You put Frank in the stables?
Yes.
Cool. Frank enjoys some hay that was left there in the bales, as well as some fresh water.
Oh, fuck yeah. Hay and water? These guys been holding out on me.
And you all walk into the tavern.
That's Beholder.
Yes.
What? Oh.
When you enter the
Interesting.
tavern, you see it does have a couple patrons. You see an elderly gnome sitting in one corner, fiddling with a ball of frayed yarn. The yarn itself looks very old, and again, frayed, as he picks at it. A light lavender in color, and he looks kind of solemn as he has several empty pints on his table, and it looks like he's finishing off another one. You also see a lizard folk over here with a few wares out. Looks like various pieces of jewelry and some carved figurines. And up at the bar, you see a female kobold wearing a very nice waitress outfit, the skirt of which comes just above her thighs.
That's skimpy.
Keep
Jesus.
calm.
And of course, at the bar, cleaning some glasses and plates, with telekinesis, you see a beholder as he looks over at you with all 10 of his eye stalks and then his one giant eye, and he gives a wide, toothy smile. Ah, welcome, travelers.
Oh.
Hello there.
Well, don't be shy. Come on in.
Well, this is interesting.
What are you? I've never seen anything of the like.
Me neither.
I am what you call a beholder. But you may call me Argus.
Well, I'm beholding you, all right, Argus. You look awesome.
Ugh.
Now, what can I do for you, travelers? Are you looking for a simple meal, or are you looking to stay?
We're thinking about staying indoors for the night.
Splendid. Rooms are 5 silver pieces, or I have a special deal going on. If you give me a bit of information, then I shall let you stay for free. It could be anything, really. A tome, a story, even a little fun fact will do.
Nani, the ball facts. Now's the time.
Did you know that pigs can't look up?
You see his eye actually widen. I did not. That is very fascinating.
Yeah, and they can get sunburn. That's why they roll around in the mud.
Interesting.
I can't believe this is working.
I can. It's fucking MIDI.
Hey, I'm the one that made this place.
I don't give a shit.
So while Nani's apparently paying for all the rooms, Thomas, what are you doing over there?
I am looking at the wares on the man's table.
The lizard folk notices your approach, and he gives a grin of his own. Ah, welcome, mate. Are you here to browse my wares?
Yes, I was intrigued to see what you had.
Well, I have all manners of knick and knacks. Things I made myself. Mostly from bones. And among the wares, you see necklaces of teeth made from wolves, the most prominent being from dire wolves, bracelets of claws from other lizard folk, earrings made of steel and bone with beaks from finches painted gold, and you also see figurines of various animals and monsters carved out of various bones. They look a little basic in nature, but very lovingly carved.
I am interested in the figures.
Mm-hmm.
How much are they?
Oh, I'll be willing to part with them for 3 silver pieces.
I'll take one. What kinds are there?
Just name an animal. He's probably got it.
Would he have a bat?
Yes.
Oh my god. And here we have Thomas, the Bat Master. That would be the equivalent of the Pokemon Master, but with bats. Now collecting every form of bats.
Uh-huh. It's like me with my
Yeah,
elephant
I just need a baseball
collection.
bat and I'll have a complete set.
There you go. Let's get a club. It's close enough.
And this is a real technical one. Did you know that a pig has to weigh 180 pounds or more to be classified as a hog?
That is so interesting.
In an attempt to get away from that, I'm assuming that while said beholder is busy, this is who I would talk to if I just wanted a midday drink.
Sure. Yeah. The kobold kind of puts a hand on her hip, kind of swaying her tail a little bit. Hello, sugar. What can I get y'all?
I don't need much right now. I was just wondering what kind of drinks you had on hand.
You looking for alcohol or non-alcoholic?
It's any time past noon. If I ask you and I'm not looking for alcohol, there's something wrong with me.
Understandable, sugar. Well, for alcohol, we have Honeymead, we have Dwarven Fire Ale, Hag's Cauldron, Vitalian Fireball, Druid's Drink, and Beholder's Brew.
To be clear, I'm assuming the fireball is normal and has no magical effect, right?
Correct. It's basically
Great.
the equivalent of a Chinese fireball.
Great, yeah, she'll take one of those.
Okay.
You will also observe her desperately trying not to look down too often.
She's well endowed. Anyway.
Good for her.
Yeah. Anyway. She quickly gets you the drink. It's in a glass bottle with a ox blowing a fireball from his mouth.
Thank you. I've been in a cart with a baby for 2 days, and that is not my forte.
Oh, goodness. I understand completely, sugar. If there's anything you need, just ask me. My name is Jen. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. And she'll kind of just wander off, mostly desperate to look away.
All right. Mishpa, what are you doing?
Well, Mishpa is a bit curious about the Beholder, since Nani is currently entertaining him to get them all free room and board. She's actually going to slither over towards the gnome over here, and kind of look over him and his collection of flagons for a moment. You're looking a bit depressed, friend. Is everything all right?
Oh, it's the same old, same old. Just missing my wife.
Oh, I'm sorry. Has she been gone long?
Oh, she died in a dire wolf attack years ago on our old farm in Zelta. She used to love knitting so much.
Is that why you carry around that ball of yarn?
Yes. It's the only memory I have now of her. At least while I while my days here now.
I am sorry for your loss.
At least Argus has been able to be so kind to me. He's given me a place to stay since I sold off my farm.
Have you known Argus for long?
The years since I've been here, I sometimes help around the inn, now and again.
Has this place been here for very long? You'll have to forgive the questions. I'm not from around here myself.
Oh, you're no trouble, Sonny. I'm an old gnome. I have stories that I could tell of the olden times. I was here but way before the Naga War even was a thing.
That kind of gets her to perk up a little bit. Really?
Oh,
What
yes.
was it like? What was the relation of my people back then before the wars?
I don't know what you mean by my people, but the Naga, well, they were a tricky bunch. Never really went outside of their own camps, but they stayed away from most of civilization. They would only come into towns in order to get people for these sacrifices to their world-eating serpent.
Sacrifices?
Yes, at least that's what's been told.
She kind of looks a little uncomfortable at that and a little bit shaken. I wasn't aware.
Yes, it's quite a grueling tale, but one that everyone in Abyssia knows.
Yes, I'm sure. Now, forgive me for bothering you. Thank you for your time, though.
Oh, it's no trouble, dearie.
Of course. She's going to slither backwards a little bit before twisting around and just sort of milling about now, not sure what to do with herself.
If it helps, I'm pretty sure that's the line that they gave really everyone in the entire country after it happened.
Right. My people wouldn't do that. We are reclusive, but we don't do that sort of thing. No.
Of course not. After all, one of the goals we have now is trying to figure out what exactly they were hiding when they decided that that was what happened.
Of course, yes. Shouldn't dwell on it, anyway. Do you think Nani has fed him enough facts to get us a free room now?
I wonder if he'll ever want to hear a fact again.
You see, Argus is actually still looking entranced by all these fun facts that Nani is spewing.
Say, Argus, I've given you a lot of fun facts. Perhaps you could answer one question for me.
Of course, I will try my best.
It's fine if you don't have an answer, but has a individual by the name of Grimlock Stonestrider come through here?
The name is not familiar to me. What did he look like?
I'm not sure. All I have is a name to go on right now. I'm trying to find him.
I see. When do you think he might have come?
If he came at all, it would have been a day or two ago.
We've been on the road for 2 days, so it would be more like 3 or 4.
Has it been 2 days since we
Yep.
last left the well? I thought.
Yep.
Okay, then it would be about 3 or 4 days. Well, anywhere between 3 and 6 days within the last week.
He was a man of the cloth as well, if that helps.
Ah, yes, I do remember someone like that. A Furbolg man has come through here quite a bit ago.
Was he wearing priestly robes?
Yes, he was wearing vestments. A blue and gold color, with a very strange symbol on it.
What did this symbol look like, if you don't mind me asking?
It was of a scale, with one side having a gavel and the other a feather.
Interesting.
Does that sound familiar to me, being like semi-familiar with like religious history and stuff?
Not with religious history, because you've never been to Vaker for obvious reasons, but Thomas, you would recognize such a symbol as a very prominent church in Vaker, one of the most prominent ones in the city, known as the Temple of the Tribunal, which is one part church and the local courthouse.
That symbol of the local courthouse, it immediately left my mind. What was it called again?
Fuck. Anyway, the Temple of the Tribunal.
The Temple of the Tribunal. It's partly a religion, partly the lawyers.
Oh shit, we're dealing with a district attorney.
Would you say that they long to purge the world of vice and sin or something?
Yeah.
Maybe. Anyway.
Well, sounds like we've got to lead. Can you describe this Furbolg in any more detail for me?
Of course. He was of dark gray complexion, with a... can't tell if it was dark gray or black, but he had a full beard. Very, very hairy. Also with a very sour look in his eyes.
Kind of a superiority complex to him?
Oh, most certainly. He did not want to entertain me with any facts or knowledge. He merely wanted to stay a night, get a meal, and leave. He left very early in the morning.
Well, that sounds like 90% of priests to me.
And legal teams.
Truly the worst combination.
He's probably already back at Vaker by now.
Well,
Yes, but we'll get nowhere if we tire ourselves out trying to catch up with him.
he won't be going anywhere. He'll be waiting right there for us to come and find him.
That reminds me. I would like to ask one more time a repeat of the description of him, please.
He has a gray complexion with a full dark gray to black beard, and a very sour look in his eyes, wearing robes and blue vestments with gold and a symbol of a scale, with one side having a gavel, the other side having a feather.
Got it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Well then, why don't we all enjoy some dinner?
That sounds nice, yes.
Woo.
Long day.
A fine idea, but first I need to feed the child. And she will slither over to the table here and get out the bottle and start feeding the baby.
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 The baby takes the bottle and, of course, enjoys it as she nuzzles up to you.
Mishpa kind of looks a little bit enthralled as she is holding the child.
And I will post the menu for you all. At least the lunch, dinner, dessert, beverages, and alcohol menu.
Hoorah.
All that good stuff.
Mumpa.
Yes. Mama snack. Meat.
You said it was what time of day?
Around
It was
3?
Yes, it was 3 to 4 p.m. when you arrived. It is now about 5.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I would like a salad so that I can justify having a lava cake.
Oh, and also your meals are included with your rooms.
Awesome.
Woo!
Nice.
Gotta love free shit.
I will have fried pheasant fillets with the mashed potatoes, a lemon cake slice, a hot chocolate, and a beholder's brew. Wait. 2 hot chocolates.
Double down.
Okay.
I will have a garden salad, 2 blueberry muffins, and berry juice.
Woo.
You observe as she does the true alcoholic thing and gets some hot chocolate and then immediately pours honey mead into it.
Oh, hell yeah. Spiked hot chocolate? Well,
Okay.
actually, no. You probably don't want to do that, because if it's milk, then the alcohol is probably going to curdle it. I think. Does alcohol curdle milk? I forget.
Anyway, what's everyone
Don't worry
else
about
gonna
it.
get? What's everyone else gonna get?
I'm going to look this up now.
No, given the options, I think that I'll go with a garden salad. And
And you will eat something more substantial with it.
I don't like the idea of the pheasant being fried, and I don't want to eat the bunny, so I guess I'll get some dessert. Chocolate lava bun cake sounds interesting. I'll get that. And I don't want to overdo it on alcohol lest I don't know what people are saying again, so I'll just get 1 drink. I'll try out the druid's drink. I mean, it's got my forte on it, so Hopefully it tastes good. As interested as I am in the hag's cauldron for some reason.
Okay. And Lafayette, what are you getting? And first of all, what are you doing? You looking at the wares too?
Looking at the wares, but Lafayette's actually not gonna eat tonight, I don't think.
Okay.
But yeah, she's just currently like perusing the wares right now.
The lizard folk looks very interested.
Does Mishpa need to force feed you two?
If you force feed me, you get stabbed. My stabbings hurt, I assure you.
I can take it.
I know
So-
you can take it, but I will fucking give you multiple.
So, Nani. Nani,
Yeah.
you drink the druid's drink, and you get a magical ability. You gain the ability to wild shape as a bonus action into a CR0 creature for 1 hour.
You gained nothing.
Okay. Come on, at least have it just do it at random. Jeez.
That would be really funny if it did it at random, actually.
In the
Guys,
meantime,
this is wild, but I feel like I could turn into an animal.
Mishpa,
Damn, really?
Yo,
you feel a magical effect take over you as you drink the Beholder's Brew. I need you to roll a 1d10.
D10. Okay.
Yes. 6. Okay. Alright. Suddenly everyone sees Mishpa disappear.
Oh God, I don't drop the baby, do I?
No.
Okay, thank God.
You are invisible.
Oh, that's
Guys,
cool.
the baby is floating. What do we do?
Well,
That's
you
cool. I should have drinking that one.
well, you and the baby are invisible. Because you're
Why is
carrying
the
her.
baby invisible?
Oh, of course.
Because you're carrying her. Duh.
Also, no, the last thing we need is you running around invisible. I can almost deal with Mishpa.
Mishpa, are you still here? Or are you just invisible?
She doesn't say anything.
Alright, never mind. This bitch, okay.
Touch.
So you reach out to touch her?
Yes.
Hang on. She bites your hand.
Ow, why?
Don't
And by
touch.
the way, this effect lasts until you finish a long rest.
That's bullshit.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
And can we, like, is this in a bottle or a mug? Or does it have any ingredients that go bad? Can we take this with us?
So we have a 1 in 10 chance to be invisible for a full fucking day?
Yeah.
It is 1 in 10, but still.
Yeah.
If any else,
Fuck, I'll take one of those just to find out what the other 10 are.
Okay, roll me a 1d10.
Being an alcoholic has never been more useful.
4, okay.
Hey, boy.
Oh no. You gain
How to play
advantage.
it?
Hold on. You gain advantage on any performance checks to sing and feel urged to get on a table and do so.
I must sing! Like,
Oh,
get
no.
closer to me.
It's a birthday at Joe's Crab Shack.
Near, far, wherever you are.
Okay, so while
Just-
that's going on,
Full 3-hour concert.
Nani's gonna lean over the counter carefully, watching everyone, and whisper, "Give me a hag's cauldron."
He gets you a hag's cauldron.
No!
And this drink is not magical.
What does it taste like? What does it look like?
It looks a sickly green with some smoke coming out of the mug. But it tastes very sweet. Like a Granny Smith apple.
Ooh.
Please stop making those noises. Also, Thomas, can I get a perception check, please?
Yeah. Pursuit 7.
You don't see it coming, but eventually you just feel the sharp end of a claw run very gently up and down the back of your neck.
Oh my god!
Stop that!
And you just hear the laugh fade into the distance as she slithers away and you can't see her. Lafayette, can I get a perception check from you?
This is the best thing I've ever done.
She's probably going to sense me, but still, I just want to...
Nope,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
roll.
Yep, you don't see it coming as she fully wraps her fingers around your tail and just slowly slides her hand along it.
God has spared you this day. Lafayette will just sit there and just slowly look back, look at that, and then slowly looks back at the wares and holds up 2 fingers. You get 2 more.
2 more, huh?
Mm-hmm. You may spend those how you wish.
All right, then. She's going to roll a finger along the rim of your ear and whisper very gently into it. What's wrong? You don't frazzle easily?
Which side of the ear, like which ear are you leaning in to whisper?
She's rubbing the right, but she's talking into the left.
Lafayette's going to attempt to grab your jaw. So while it'll probably be disadvantage here still.
So this would probably be an opposed grapple check.
I don't particularly think so. She's not really trying to grapple you. She's just trying to grab it. But like the difference between like a grapple is like a full body hold, like where I'm just like actually trying to restrain you. I think this would be her sleight of hand versus like whatever.
Yeah, sleight of hand versus Mishpa's. Mishpa just make a straight dexterity check.
Dex, okay. 20.
Not bad. Gotcha. And I'm going to hit you with an ambush of my own. I'm going to grab that jaw of yours, and now that I know where your face is, I'm going to turn towards it and give you a peck on the lips before just looking right back at the wares.
Hang on. Okay. She is startled, and you do hear a light thump of her tail whipping against the floorboards. but she does not freeze up. She is actually very pleasantly surprised by that.
Gentle pat of your cheek before she just goes back to looking at the wares.
You guys want to know the funniest thing about this effect? The full effect goes, you turn invisible, but your footsteps can be heard in a 60-foot radius, but Mishpa doesn't have feet.
Yeah.
She does not.
I mean,
She
you can
is
still
silent as the grave.
You could technically hear the slithering, because it's like basically like grinding against the floorboards, but you know. Tomato technicalities. Also, in that instance, actually, since she's holding the baby, and apparently it transfers over to the baby, if I grappled her face, did that make me invisible in that moment?
I mean, I'm not holding on to you.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're holding the baby, though.
Yeah. Which is why
I
the
still-
baby's invisible.
I don't get the logic behind that one.
It's anything that's being worn or carried.
I mean,
I
I
just
could
guess there, then.
carry you.
Don't you dare.
You
I've
have-
already won the
Still have
round.
one-
You
I
have,
do still have one more.
You have
Said I had
baby.
2 more.
You have a
have-
child.
Mm.
Don't forget you have baby.
You do not have 4 arms. You do not win this round.
I only need one arm to carry a baby.
Anyway,
Yep. So,
the deed is done. Do remind me, what do this guy's wares have? What did he have for his wares?
he has necklaces, bracelets, and figurines and earrings, all made of various bones.
Gonna kind of peruse at the necklaces right quick. Actually, no. I'm actually gonna go look at the rings. You said they're made of various bones?
Yes.
Okay.
And they're earrings.
Oh, they're earrings, okay.
Yeah.
I got plenty of fucking ear real estate. I'm sure I can find something that'll fit. Yeah, feel free to continue if you like. I'm just gonna keep perusing for a moment longer.
Is there anything anyone wishes to do while still in the tavern?
Nope. I'm just feeding one of the muffins to my bats.
Woo!
I'm currently
good, I think.
occupied.
Still occupied singing your heart out.
Well, I do have to see how that went.
Yep. Go ahead and roll me a performance check with advantage. Okay. It's not bad.
Hurrah.
Nothing to write home about, but not terrible.
Perfectly average. Wonderful. God, I would be so mad if she was bad at it. It would be so upsetting.
Anyway, so you guys have a relaxing rest at the Optical Oracle, the tavern that you found on the side of the road, as you pursue what you can assume is a corrupt priest. On your way to Vaker. What happens next will be decided next time.